Hello and welcome to a new crochet tutorial. Today I will be showing you a lacy fence stitch. This was actually a request from a viewer. She asked for a fence stitch because she would like to make an afghan. I used this stitch to make a scarf, but of course it can be used to make a lacy afghan as well. In fact, the pattern can be easily adjusted to any size. To make my scarf, I used one skein of soft and shiny yarn by Loops and Threads. That's about 300 yards, and my scarf came out 50 inches long and 8 inches wide. But again, you can easily make it in any custom size you want. Well, I hope you'll enjoy this video tutorial and it will be a useful stitch for your collection of lacy stitches. Let's get started. I will be working with soft and shiny yarn by Loops and Threads and a hook size H 5 millimeters. The starting chain must be a multiple of 12 plus 3, and I will start with 39 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I have 39 chains and I'm ready to start my first row, which is going to be very simple. It's going to be a row of double crochets. I make my first double crochet into the fourth chain from the hook. And we never count the chain on the hook, we always start counting from the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So over here, that's where I make my first double crochet. And these 3 skip chains will also count as a double crochet. And now I'm going to make a double crochet into each chain across. Here I have my first row. And the total stitch count is 37 double crochets. And I'm ready to start the next row. So 3 chains and turn. And now into the very first double crochet, I work 2 double crochets. 1, 2. And with these 3 starting chains, it counts as if I have 3 double crochets. Next, 2 chains. Now I skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next one I make a single crochet. Now 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I skip 3 double crochets again, 1, 2, 3, and into the next one I make a single crochet. Again 2 chains, 1, 2, and I skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next double crochet I work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the pattern begins to repeat from here. I make 2 chains, 1, 2, and I skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next one I make a single crochet. Then 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next one I make a single crochet. Now 2 chains, 1, 2, I skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next one I will work 5 double crochets. And then the pattern will repeat again. And at the end of the row I skip 3 double crochets and I still have these 3 chains that I skipped, which count as my first double crochet, and on top of that chain I work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. I start row 3 with 4 chains and turn. 3 of these chains will count as my first double crochet and 1 chain will count as 1 chain. Next I make a double crochet into the second double crochet. Now one chain and a double crochet into the next double crochet. Next, 2 chains, 1, 2. I'm going to skip this chain 2 space, and into the next chain 5 space I make 1 single crochet. Then 2 chains. Again, I'm skipping the next 2 chain space, and I will be working into each of these 5 double crochets. I make the first double crochet, then 1 chain, then a double crochet and 1 chain, and I work a double crochet into each double crochet of that group. Now the pattern begins to repeat from this part over here. I make 2 chains, 1, 2, I skip the next chain 2 space, and I work a single crochet into the next chain 5 space. Then 2 chains, 1, 2, I skip the next chain 2 space, and I will be working into each double crochet of this group of 5 double crochets, and in between my double crochets I will make 1 chain. So double crochet, then 1 chain, a double crochet and 1 chain, and that's how I continue crocheting all the way across. And then I will finish this row with a double crochet into each of these 2 last double crochets and a chain in between them. Then 1 more chain, and over here I have a turning chain 3, which I also count as a double crochet, and I will finish with a double crochet in top of that turning chain 3. And now the 3rd row is finished. I start row 4 with 5 chains and turn. 3 of these chains will count as a first double crochet, and 2 chains will count as chain 2 space. Next, I make a double crochet into the next double crochet, and now 2 chains. Now again a double crochet into the next double crochet. Next, I'm going to skip these chain 2 spaces, and I will be working into the next double crochet over here. So I make a double crochet, then I make 2 chains, 1, 2, and into the next double crochet, again a double crochet, and now 2 chains, 1, 2, a double crochet into the next double crochet, 2 chains, a double crochet into the next double crochet, 2 chains, and again a double crochet into the next double crochet. Now the pattern begins to repeat from over here. I'm skipping the chain 2 spaces, and I will be working a double crochet into each one of these 5 double crochets, and in between them I will make chain 2 spaces just the way I did over here. At the end of the row, again I'm skipping chain 2 spaces, and I work a double crochet into the next double crochet, then 2 chains, a double crochet into the next double crochet, 2 chains, and now over here I have a turning chain 4, and I will finish with a double crochet into the 3rd chain, counting from the bottom, 1, 2, 3 of this chain 4, and this is what it looks like. And my row 4 is finished. I start row 5 with 3 chains and turn, and now I will work a double crochet into each chain of these 2 chains over here. So 1 and 2. Then I make a double crochet into the next double crochet. Now again I work a double crochet into each of these 2 chains. 1, 2. Next I have these 2 double crochets, and I'm going to make a double crochet into the space in between them. Now again I will be working into the chains of the next chain 2 space. So I make the first double crochet and then the second one. Next a double crochet into the next double crochet, and again a double crochet into each chain. 1, 2, a double crochet into the next double crochet, and a double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. 1, 2, again a double crochet into the next double crochet, and a double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. 1, 2. Now the pattern will start to repeat from this point. Next I will make a double crochet into the space between these 2 double crochets. And now again a double crochet into each of these 2 chains, then a double crochet into the next double crochet, a double crochet into each of the next 2 chains, and so on. At the end of the row I will work a double crochet into each of these 2 chains again. 1, 2, then a double crochet into the next double crochet, and now here at the end I have turning chain 5, and I will work a double crochet into the next 3 chains. So that's 1, the first chain, 2, that's the second chain, and then 3. So that's what it looks like. This was my 5th row, and now from this point the pattern starts to repeat from row 2. I will be working this row again, this, and this. So basically just repeat the pattern from row 2 through row 5. Here I crocheted some more, and this is what it looks like. And just remember that when you reach your desired length, the last row should be row 5, so that we have a row of double crochets on this edge and a row of double crochets on this edge as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any requests for the future tutorials, please leave them in the comments below.